All right, we got Invincible Beatdowns Are Brutal.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. So it has come to my attention that...
Yeah, 2 videos in 2 weeks is crazy. Fight by night, I could.
Brutal beatdowns. Like,
damn.
I'm talking blood all over the screen and guts literally getting dug out of. So since we're basically at the halfway point of this season and at the halfway point till we do the first trial of the crispiest Viltrumite in the galaxy, today we're gonna go through some of these
Invincible's on Amazon Prime. Chris.
So without further ado, alright, so the first ass whooping we're gonna be breaking down is young Omni-Man getting jumped by his parents.
His parents did him crazy.
This right here basically confirmed to everyone, if you didn't think so already, that being born a Viltrumite is probably the worst fate you could ever ask for. Cause this is without a doubt one of the craziest societies of all time. Like, we already knew that these crazy ass niggas had a whole great purge and half of their population was wiped out because of it.
Digging
But
at
now, we
him.
learned that the kids weren't even safe. And to become a fully grown adult, you had to survive getting jumped by your parents. Now, let's take a look at
y'all. She was trying to murder this man.
She
She was trying to murder this man. Look at the pose. Chap, I just want y'all. If I could zoom, I would. Look, you see this right here? If you see a Viltrumite hit one of these, it's over. It's GG's. I promise you. If I was born a Viltrumite, I'm spamming that chop. Ain't no punches. What is a punch gonna do? I ain't never seen nobody get packed up in Invincible by a punch. I will tell you, but that Viltrumite chop be putting them numbers. It'll take off a limb, it'll take off some guts, a head, all that. I'm spamming. Would I rather be a Viltrumite or a regular human? Viltrumite If I could be a Viltrumite without having to worry about Viltrum and Thrag and Conquest and all them other demons like pulling up to Earth every 8 seconds trying to jump my ass, I'll be a Viltrumite. Other than that, make me a human. Make me a human. Not the Viltrumite Slice. But yeah, Nolan's mom hated him because ain't no way you doing this in a, I guess it's not even a spar. It's a 2v1 deathmatch.
By your parents. Now, let's take a look at this scene. Young Omni-Man, aka Nolan, was basically teaching a class to these kids about the history of Viltrum, and he decided to ask this little girl a question about the Great Purge. So she started stuttering and didn't know what to say. So this man, Nolan, walked up to her and put his hand on her head and said, "Think wisely about your answer, little nigga. You know what happens when you get one question wrong, right?"
This is a child, bro. A child. As a Viltrumite, you gotta find shelter and shit and get jumped by your parents, you sure? I might be able to make it out of that, Frosty. Yo, what's up, Fourth Gear?
And he was dead ass about to crush her head into smithereens. And you would think that the other kids would be scared for her, but no. They were side-eyeing the hell out of her like,
they said lock in.
Let's not get that question wrong, bitch, or you're going split that. So thank God she locked in and got the question right. But then I ain't gonna lie, this is the craziest part. Before he dismissed class, he told them, go find food and shelter if you can, and return here at sunrise ready for combat. Oh, and I almost forgot. At least 2 of you little niggas will die tomorrow.
Damn!
Damn! Them locked in, or it's your ass. And then they just going with
what
it
happened
like,
to protecting the children? Literally, what happened to protecting the children? Would I rather be a Viltrumite on Thrag's side or a solo one in the Invincible War? Well, since we know how the story goes, make me one on the Invincible side.
Sir, like, dog.
You're on your way to an exam. Hey, good luck, Fourth Gear. You got it.
Society to ever be born in.
I believe in you.
They don't even provide their own kids with food and a bed. They gotta find it themselves. The Viltrumites really said, we don't do that weak ass child support shit.
They said, F them kids.
Themselves. So right after Nolan was done teaching his class, both of his parents pulled up on him and straight up looked at him like, yeah, you know what today is, young blood? It's your birthday.
They've been waiting on this.
Initiation day, little nigga. So they full on bum rush Nolan and started beating the shit out of him. And bro, you could easily tell that out of both of the parents that this man's mama didn't have an ounce of love for him the way she was doing him. She straight up sliced him in the chest and rammed her knee into
She's spamming! She's literally spamming! Her first move out the gate! Look at this! Hold on, we can put this in like literally, put this in slow-mo real quick for me. Cause oh my goodness, put this in slow-mo. First move out the gate, y'all. What is she doing? Viltrumite chop. And don't let her get a little deeper. If that hand was any, okay, so she grazed in front of him because Nolan was backing up. But imagine my boy stayed posted. She was trying to slice that boy like she had a katana. L mother, because there is no way. L mother.
Sliced him in the chest and ran her into this
tomorrow's
man's
Joe.
face.
It is old boxing anime.
Wasn't even her nastiest
I didn't know they did that,
shot.
Throttle.
She basically charged up this one punch all the way from the ground and put her whole body into it, making him cough up blood. Then while he was stunned and basically out of it, both his mom and his dad just start running his ass down. Nolan could not move. This nigga was stuck in a Marvel vs. Capcom 3 Infinite Death
Stunlock of
Then
Doom.
his dad grabbed his head and gave him just a nasty headbutt. And that headbutt ended up leading to a black eye and a broken nose. So while Nolan looked like he was already on half HP, the mama just stared at him and was like, "Nah, nigga, this ain't enough." And
Run that
decided
fade.
to crash in and piece him up some more. Now, while Nolan was getting pieced up by his mama, he was finally able to fight back after having to stomp the ground and kick a stone into his mama's eye, then giving her a well-deserved
Oh my
right hook
God.
for
And
being
you know,
a deadbeat
the crazy thing is, you know she didn't see this whole coming.
to his mama's eye.
Because look, The Rock is damned into this one. Hey, this is W play recognition. Because look,
giving her a
she ain't see that. She can't see from her left side right now. And then just me.
deserved right hook for being a deadbeat mom. But I want y'all to watch the daddy.
There's no thrag side.
The mom was
Yeah, thrag.
flying back. The dad just slaps her to the side like a fly. These niggas don't even care about their spouses. They just think everyone is just a sack of meat. I wouldn't be surprised if they weren't even married. They probably just decided to have a baby to fill the quota, and that's that. So Nolan rushes his dad down, throws a fist into his hand, and starts to choke him.
Okay,
And
Nolan.
It looks like the dad was pleased and was ready to end his initiation. But the mama came back and threw him into the stage.
Yeah, she came around the motherfucking the edge blitzing like motherfucking Miles Garrett. What did Nolan do to make his mama that mad? This is pure hatred. Normally everybody else mama, my baby. Oh my God. It's just pure hate. Nothing but.
Right when this happened, I knew she was coming back to collect that receipt for her eye getting messed up and also taking out her anger for the daddy slapping her ass to the side. So she starts stomping his face in, and when she got tired of stomping him out, she just started grounding, pounding, and wailing on him. Like, look at this dude, bro. He is done. This fight should be over. He's clearly had enough. But the mom just continued to beat the ever-living crap out of him until the dad finally came over and told her, "Enough, shorty.
My
He's
goodness.
had enough." And this is how you could tell that she really hated Nolan and his dad. Because after she beat the hell out of him, she straight up told them,
You're as pathetic as he is. I hope to never see either of you again.
Miserable little life. Come on. Okay. So back in season 1, we all remember the think mark. Think from Omni-Man, right? Bro was really just projecting his childhood trauma onto Mark because of his mom. I want to know why she's so mad. We need a backstory on Nolan's mom. Because, though, ain't no way.
not gonna lie, if I heard my own mother say this after she
I dare to
just
draw a
finished
Poppy Playtime
stomping me
character and
out
show us next
beating me
live.
down to 1 HP on my birthday,
I'm not really an
I'ma
artist.
be so real, I might just end it all. Cause I'd be sick to my damn stomach. Now I know why Nolan beat Mark's ass like that in season 1. Because if this was a parenting
I just said it.
then no wonder his parenting skills were ass. And this just reaffirmed to me again that being born a Viltrumite is in all honesty a fate worse than death. Brutality.
Terrible.
Now that was our appetizer. Now it's time for the main event. The Conquest versus Mark rematch.
Make
now,
me a
this
Hanma
right
from
here
Baki.
is without a doubt the most brutal fight we've seen
Ryokai.
yet. This fight actually had me so disgusted by the end of it that I had to look away. Because I made the horrible mistake of eating my dinner while watching this. And I will probably never eat watching Invincible ever again because of this. So Satan's greatest soldier Conquest pulled back up to run the ones with Mark again. And you know, I gotta give a shout out to Cecil real quick for being the biggest
Dumbass
of the century. Because we would not be getting this rematch if bro just did his job and disposed of the body like he should have. Like, you really thought this little ass cage was gonna hold this nigga?
Bro. Cecil has got to be top 3 dumbest individuals. Because we saw all the countermeasures the US government had in place for Omni-Man if he were to ever go rogue in season 1, right? We had death lasers. We had a whole platoon of soldiers, fighter jets, all that. And didn't they like nuke them or something? And none of that left a scratch, chat. Not a scratch. But after fighting someone who was arguably stronger than Omni-Man, I don't think he is, but we can be safe to say he's on the same level or close to Omni-Man's strength. Beaten to the bone, knowing that he's gonna heal eventually, Cecil's dumbass said, yeah, I know Mark and Eve just like high diffed that fight and they barely survived, and then like half of Eve's face is clawed off. Mark is only has like 2 limbs operable right now, but I think we can learn some shit from him. Let's put him in a cinder block, and then when he wakes up and he heals, it's gonna be sunshine and the rainbows. He's gonna tell us all the info we need. What? This is why we need checks and balances, because there's no way this one man had that much power, bro.
Like, holy shit, man. This
Oh, Conquest is stronger?
Competent motherfucker in this damn series, bro. How did this guy get this job again? Like, honest
Congrats,
question.
Cecil, here's your dumbass trophy.
Bro. So the first person to attack Conquest was the biggest liability on the team, Oliver. So he flew up and immediately got a backhand to the face. That hit was probably so hard it probably gave Oliver PTSD from when Conquest dribbled him like a basketball. So Oliver tried to come in and hit him again with a barrage of fast punches, but all this was doing was giving Conquest a massage. Nigga was doing the same shit Naoya was doing to Maki, just throwing pillows at him. So Conquest grabs Oliver by the head and tells him, "Oh, I remember you. You're the little purple squirt from before.
Hey, Oliver was down the field.
Trying to rip your guts out. So let's continue from where we were last time, shall we?" So Conquest starts to crush Oliver's head, and he's about to pop his head like a balloon. But J. Jonah Jameson himself comes in to save his sorry ass son from getting his head crushed. So
like a hydraulic press.
Conquest started to box for a bit, but this nigga Mark immediately flew in and said, "Hands off, Dad. This
run this ISO.
Mine's and mine's alone." So Conquest looked at Mark and said, "Hey kid, how's your girlfriend? She doing all right? Oh, I can't wait to taste her fine ass blood one more time."
Bro fell for the rage bait.
Mark heard Conquest talking about Eve. He just straight up flew directly at him and started viciously putting hands on this.
I fuck with the viz, bro. Yo, I appreciate that, gang. More to come soon.
Elbows right into this man's face. Now, while they continued to box, Oliver was running out of air because he wasn't used to holding his breath in space yet. So he had to fly down to the planet that they were close to so he could re-up on some oxygen. So Conquest saw Oliver flying down and told Mark, "Oh no, we can't let little purple squirt miss all the fun."
Yes, 5,000 years old with 16-year-old
eyes. A nasty blow to the gut, then flies down to the planet to check. One of the most diabolical "he's behind me, isn't he" frames of all time.
Yes, he is gonna go.
Conquest pulled up right behind Oliver, hand cocked back and
ready to smack his ass.
He's about to swat the half cockroach out of Oliver's soul, but Mark comes in to save Oliver right before he gets chased down, blocked by Conquest. So Mark's grand plan was to basically choke the life out of Conquest. This nigga was not gonna let go of the chokehold he had him in for the rest of the fight.
No matter what.
Fully committed to choking his ass out. So since Mark wouldn't let go, Conquest just started giving Mark multiple body shots. Bro was taking about 50 punches to his liver.
Side note, how is Mark's ribcage not sawdust? There is no way. Yo, Huncho, if you were a therapist, would you rather try to change Conquest or Thrag? I don't know too much about Thrag at this current point, but I feel like Conquest is just too far gone. He does have his issues, I'm so lonely. So maybe with some good therapy, he could change. But Thrag seems pretty set. But yeah, I don't know how the structural integrity of Mark's body is still in order from all these punches and stuff. Being slammed too. Just came to show love, appreciate what you do. Yo, Asura, I appreciate you, gang. Hey, much appreciated. Thank you.
50 punches to his kidneys while they were
All right,
just
then,
flying
Gojo.
around the planet and ragdolling themselves into the environment. So when they ended up slamming into the ground, Mark had the top mount, and it looked like he was trying to crush Conquest's neck and drive his whole body into
That's
the ground.
true.
But then Conquest lifted
Being half
Mark
alien,
up
Coco.
and slammed him into the
Bah.
ground, reversing the
Shockwave.
whole situation. So Conquest started giving Mark more kidney shots and liver shots.
Would I forgive
He started
Majin Buu
decking
now?
him in the face and bouncing his skull off the ground. But Mark was still hanging on to Conquest's neck while
No
taking this
matter
beating.
what. Can you watch 100 Days to Kill Grox? Is that a YouTube video or is that a show, Shamari?
Like I
curious.
said earlier, this nigga Mark was committed to choking the life out of Conquest's old ass. So Conquest picked up Mark and rammed him into this mountain. And he started to wail on Mark, just swinging punches into him over and over again.
why
And I ain't
he
gonna lie,
digging in your
this
guts,
next
twin?
sequence of punches Conquest did gave me back pain while watching this. He hit him with this 3-piece. And the last punch was so hard.
This is a Dragon Ball Z gut punch, chat. I know y'all seen like the memes of like Piccolo getting hit by, I think it was Android, was it 17 or 18? One of the androids. But bro, when the punch is so hard, your internal organs in your ribcage literally cave in and you can see the imprint of bro's fist. You shouldn't be watching. You literally should not be walking. Oh my gosh.
It warped his back.
It's YouTube?
This
Okay.
man's rib cage just got eviscerated, and he may never walk straight ever
All right, then, fourth
again
gear.
because it looks like his spine
Good
just
luck, bro.
got snapped in half right here. So they kept on ramming each other into all
I
the
recommend it,
surrounding
Ryu.
rocks and mountains.
Shit, I know
And
Mark
when
can
they
Viltrumite, but his
finally
durability is
stopped,
wild,
you can
crazy.
actually see the damage that Mark has done to Conquest because his face was now discolored and his eyes were bloodshot red because he hasn't been able to breathe at all because of Mark's persistent ass chokehold.
In a
Now
minute.
this is when the fight just got nasty as hell and the brutality just ramped up to another degree. Conquest had his nasty ass hand all up in Mark's face. So Mark turned damn near feral and bit this man's thumb off. And
That's
then after
valid.
he
That's
bit
valid.
his thumb off. He
Nom,
stood
nom, nom.
Conquest up and you get this shot from Conquest's POV. You see this nigga Mark straight up spit his thumb out while making eye contact with him the whole time. He didn't even say a word, but you could tell what he was thinking
Probably
just by
off.
the look he was giving him.
Hello to
Just
Liz,
straight
probably
up,
off.
I hate you, nigga, let's die. So since Conquest was being pushed back, he had to use his ultimate.
Wait, Glow, there was no way you was eating spaghetti while watching this. I watched this midday. It was like right before lunch. But bro, when I tell you I had to hit the meanest one of, and then just the sounds was just in my ear of straight slosh. It sounded like some good, creamy, moist macaroni. I know that sounds terrible, but that's literally what it sounded. I was like, I don't think I'm rewatching that episode.
Move. The same one that sent Eve back to the lobby before she respawned. He rams his whole hand into Mark's body. Now this attack would probably end about 99.9% of people if
It
they were hit
should.
by this. But Mark, being the main character, empowering through this shit with the power of plot armor, kept on choking
That plot armor is
Conquest.
crazy.
Pause and look at Conquest's face right now. This man is actually stunned. You can actually see a little bit of fear on his face.
He like, this nigga different. The Conquest is like, I'm talking about in there, literally speared this man. He's like, what else can I do? What else can I do? Literally, he had to just hit the. It's how he knew he was GG's. You just gotta hit one of these. You just done. You're donezo, bro.
Because he
Plotted
is
his
now
findings
starting to
100%.
realize that Mark actually got that dog in him. So Mark slams him down and continues to choke the life out of Conquest. Now we're at the moment where I had to stop eating my dinner while watching this because this was the most disturbing and disgusting shit I think I've ever seen in an animated show. Conquest started to dig in this man's insides and rip out all of his internal organs and
The sound is
intestines.
crazy.
Now I'm censoring the hell out of this because YouTube would eviscerate this video and send it to the shadow realm if I actually showed this. Also,
And
if
will.
you're eating while watching this, I'm saving your ass ass right now because you could have ended up like me. My appetite was cooked after this and I did not hit my protein goals that day. My gains were not achieved because of this shit. But this goes on for like a solid minute. Mark was just screaming in pain while Conquest was running out of air and trying to dig Mark's insides out. But finally, after what felt like ages, the lights finally go out for Conquest. And Mark slayed Satan's greatest soldier for a second time.
Those is Pack Watch. And Cecil ain't there to mess it up.
Stand up and give Mark his flowers here. Cause I won't lie, I give this man a hard time due to him getting his ass whooped and being left in critical condition in nearly 80 to 90% of his fights. But right here, I'll admit that Mark got that dog in him because this was his best performance yet, even though Mark
ain't got that dog in him. He got a whole AOT Titan in that shit. Yes, that definitely was not survivable. Anybody else in the verse is cooked. Literally.
In critical condition again. But
Cecil gotta see me, bro.
Sure.
Cecil definitely gotta see me.
Cecil's ass better be getting stomped out because you're not about to get away with this shit, nigga. Oh, no, bro. Brutality.
Crazy.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, would be the end of our little brutal beatdown special. And if you are wondering, yes, this is the old series that I used to do on TikTok that I'm 9 times out of 10 probably gonna bring back. So with that being said, hope y'all enjoy, like and subscribe and all that good stuff. And I will see y'all again at the end of the month for the trial of the crispiest Viltrumite in the galaxy.
Oh, Thrag. Hey. W video. Great vid. Great vid. Bro, Invincible coming a little different this season, not gonna hold you.